All right, you guys. So here we are. We've got a Metaphor ReFantazio special edition box here. Just came in the mail today. Game just came out today. It is Friday. And this is a game I guess I can't say too much about, as I myself haven't played much more than just the demo that came out. So we'll just go ahead and open this up, see what we get, look through it here. See the best way to kind of rip this plastic. Get that out of here. And now without the plastic, I can see that there's certain, if you can see, certain parts of this that are glossy, select parts of it that are glossy, that are actually really pretty. I really like the fact that this looks like the book in the game, the book about the utopia written by Moore, which, what a familiar thing, a book about a utopia written by a man named Moore. Go ahead and pull that out of there. And it really looks like the book. This is just the book. Oh man, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's quite large and the camera's pulled in quite close, so you can't fit the whole thing on screen unless I do it sideways like this. That's pretty. Feels quite nice, oh wow. So if you can't tell, I don't know much about the special edition going into it. Like, I bought it and I knew what the listing said was in it, but I haven't revisited that in months, so I haven't been refreshed on what all's in here. And just, I like the way this is all put together. Wow. So we've got what seem to be some stickers. Also a very important warning, if I can pull that up. This item is not a toy. So jot that down. Wow. One thing about me, if I may talk about myself, which I may, it is my channel. I'm a big old dude who's into stickers. I'm not a big old dude, pretty standard sized dude, but I'm big into stickers. I be sticking them on phones, computers, everything. I've got a sticker on my car that says, "Who ate all the pussy?" Yo, I'm 30. What am I talking about, who ate all the pussy? Grow up. But also, I absolutely refuse to grow up. I've got this little Tamagotchi. Speaking of stickers, I've been taking care of this Tamagotchi, and I think when I redo the shell, because it's transparent in the back, I might put a sticker in there, and you can kind of see through to the sticker. But it's not about Tamagotchis right now. Should I do a soft-spoken video about Tamagotchis? I would really like to do that. Okay. Also, I don't know how well the mic picks me up. It's more positioned to pick up these things. So how I sound is how I sound. We've got kind of a little paper. I'm gonna go redeem this before I upload this video. To redeem my DLC here, little code. Go ahead and tuck those underneath here for now. Now we've got a premium art book. I love an art book. We will probably properly flip through this after we go through the rest of this box here. But for now, we'll just kind of look at the outside, the externals of it all. Again, more selective glossing on the front there. Very pretty. We'll go through that in a minute. Hopefully it doesn't have spoilers, but also I do hate when a book for a game doesn't contain spoilers, because that means that a lot of end-game stuff is then left out, and a lot of the end-game stuff is the epic, eventful stuff you really want to see more of. So we'll see where that takes us. If it begins to spoil us, we might close it, but we'll try to finish it. Now, what do we have here? It looks like a little scroll. Feels like fabric, if you can't tell. It's tied with a little ribbon. It's very cute. Whoa. He does not look nice. Oh, we've got like a map of Uchronia. If you don't know this game, I don't know why you would have clicked on this, but Uchronia is the name of the world in the game. I don't know if it's the full world, but it's the United Kingdoms that we spend our time within, yeah? That's very pretty. And just as I am very much a fan of stickers and the color and variety and just like graffiti-esque look that they can provide to things by just sticking them everywhere, I'm also a big fan of like posters and the like. And this is again more fabric, but I'm gonna hang this up like a poster. And I'm very excited. I have posters all over this little recording room. I have posters all over my bedroom. We've got a few in the home. I'm not doing like typical like ASMR little like noises. Should I be? Would you like me to be? I'm so used to recording my gameplay videos where like talking is what keeps it moving, but these are not based on that so much. Then we have the game. Oh, we still got more, okay. I think that's just a standard retail version of the game. I think that's standard retail. Art, because sometimes when you buy a special edition, it'll have a different art. I usually don't like that, because usually the main art's better, which is why they used it as the main art, but let's go ahead and peel the plastic off of this. Throw that off to the side here. It's also sealed here, like all Xbox games are. If you can't tell, I got the Xbox version of this game. Xbox and Switch are my main systems. We do have a PS5 in the house. I kind of loathe it. I just hate using it. I hate the menus of the controller. Not necessarily because there's anything wrong with them. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. They just don't suit me for some reason. But also being a JRPG person and deciding to stick with the Xbox is quite the move. But luckily Atlas has been putting all their games on it, such as this one. So I'm quite well off for that. I really was so excited about this game in a way that I haven't been for games in a while. And playing the demo, I've really, really liked it so far. Got more DLC here. Pre-order DLC. I'm now struggling to get that back into there. The actual game disc. I always forget that these Xbox cases put the disc on the left, as opposed to normal disc things where it's on the right, or even Switch game cartridges, which are cartridges that come in cases, put them on the right. I believe PS Vita, which was also cartridges, put them on the right. So left was a really fucking out of left field move for them. But it's nice. I like something that's like novel, a little bit unique, even if it's truly just disc placement within a case. Now, god damn, there's still more. We got the Steelbook. I am a sucker for a Steelbook. Steelbooks excite me so much. Don't know why. Do you want to hear something? When I bought Sonic Frontiers, the pre-order bonus for it was a Steelbook. I pre-ordered the Switch version and was promised a Steelbook. And you know what? They did follow through on that promise. The thing is, it was a Steelbook just like this one, with a disc slot on the right. Let me reiterate. I pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch version of Sonic Frontiers. So then I was like, man, that kind of sucks for me. They sent me the wrong one. But I Googled it and I realized they only manufactured a disc version for Sonic Frontiers. And the Switch users could just kind of suck it. But that worked out well for me because I then eventually got an Xbox, bought Sonic Frontiers, a regular version, and I could put it in this. Now, in the one of these, again, this isn't about Sonic Frontiers. Look in here. I don't know what you do or do not know about this game, but that is the Dead King's face. That's kind of in like a Majora's Mask type, I don't know what to call it, like a meteor crater chunk of earth, that chunk of planet that flew off, and it watches and judges. It's quite an intense image. It's really pretty. It's really so pretty. I'm so excited. I love a special edition of a game. And then what I believe will be lastly here, we have a special, even more. I know what this is. These are pens. We'll get to them. Special soundtrack, which is a CD of the game's music. And usually I'm not much of a CD person, but I've realized my Xbox can play CDs. And that's actually quite fun. Why can't the PS5 play CDs? It can't play audio CDs. Isn't that crazy? And I'm not trying to ever dunk on the PS5. It's a great system, you know. But let it play an audio CD. You know what nothing plays, including Xbox? A picture CD. Nobody wants you to play a picture CD. So got some art of what I know to be, at the point of the game that I am at, the three main characters that you play as. I'm sure we will get a fourth party member at some point, but these are the three that I know, and her. Her name is Gallica. Let's see if I can remember everybody's name. We have main character that you name yourself. I named mine Slater, S.Later, because that's my name and last name. And then we got Gallica. Ooh, her name's not Gutenberg, it's like Hulkenberg. And then we've got Stroll, Beef Stroganoff, I like to call him. Oh, it's a two-discer, look at that. Two-discer with a beautiful looking gradient. Let's go ahead and look at the discs. Now, how do you get the disc out of here appropriately? I feel like I'm going to be touching all over it. Get back here. Well, that's quite pretty too. All the art from this game, normal CD, you know what a CD looks like. Don't play with me. All the art for this game, as shown in the game and in all of this, has been so pretty. I would like to spin this so it's showing the number like the other one. I don't know if this is my favorite way to store discs, is in this paper envelope, but and then this one's very similar artwork, but definitely not the same. It's mirrored a bit, and also his eyes are open in this one. Stay woke. Yo, I saw people complaining that this game's woke. We won't dive too much into that topic, but that's very funny. Take that as you will. This is so hard to like line up. I can't be too finicky about it. Special soundtrack. This was in there as well. I think this is going to be like track listing. The song that plays in Academia, in Moore's Academia. If you're not playing this game, either go play it or at least go look up the song that plays in Academia. It better be on this soundtrack because that's the song I want to hear. My leg is asleep. We do have a track list. Okay. Prelude to Heroic Tale, Call of Magic, Traversing the Waves. Now the thing about the Academia track is I don't know if I would know the title of it just by looking at these titles. How do I get that on? There we go. I'm just gonna hope and trust and believe that it is on here. Trust that they know that they have a banger on their hands. Like, the art for this game has all been so pretty. And then, truly, lastly now, we have the pins. They're quite heavy. They all have different expressions. I did not know that. Let me adjust myself. Because as I mentioned, my leg is falling asleep. Ooh. These are much cooler and much nicer than I would have expected. They're so heavy. It's like borderline a brooch as opposed to a pin. Like, I wouldn't be able to just put this on some of the things I normally put pins on because they'd weigh it down. We've got this one. Do you want to hear me tap them? I can't tell if they're enamel or metal. They feel like metal, but that's insane, right? We've got this one that looks quite a little bit sad. This one looks like he'd be quite mad. This one looks even sadder. He's fun. He's quirky. He's silly. You can't take him anywhere. She's beautiful. She's full of holy light and love. I want to see a bit more. Just pens. These types of backs. I don't know if I trust these types of backs more or less. This is kind of what it's like in my mouth. Just a bunch of like loose emotional teeth wiggling around. I almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years ago I had a tooth break, and then it broke more, and then it abscessed, and then I dealt with it myself. And the thing about dealing with an abscess yourself, if I may once again talk about myself, is that you don't fix it completely. You can remedy it, but the thing that caused the abscess will still remain there and cause further abscess. And the other day it caused further abscess, and I was like, time to go to the dentist. This morning I scheduled a dentist appointment. I'm very bad about admin and stuff. Also, I talked over me putting this back in here, and it made a nice noise, so I'm going to shut up. Stop talking about teeth, unless it's these little guys. I forget what they're called. They're called homo something. First of all, fuck yeah, homo. But, because all the enemies in this game are called humans. And these are an enemy. And as humans, like there's homo this, homo that, homo erectus. Once again, fuck yeah to both those. But I don't remember exactly what, but let's get that noise again. These are quite nice. The thing is, there's such an impulse, for me at least, the same way in an RPG. You know when you play an RPG, there's this thing we all do where we just hoard our items. We're like, I must save this for later. And in doing so, we never use the items. We just end up beating the game, not using them. They waste away in our pockets as we move to another game. I also do that sometimes with these special editions. I'll forget that there's stickers and pens in them, and then I'll put them on a shelf to display them. And then I'll never get around to using them. And even when I go, oh, I want some new stickers for my laptop, I'll look around in my other sticker boxes. We'll never check these special editions. And there's certain collectors that maybe they do that purposefully. They want to keep it pristine altogether. And I get that, but I am such a user of things. I think things serve a purpose, and even if they are to degrade in serving their purpose, I'm so happy to let them live. Things should live, in my opinion. So I would like to use these pens. I just need to remember that they exist. And to find a use case now, let's go ahead and put that under there. Get another look at that. Put that back. Awaken. Oh, it's interesting. It's in English and French. As if this was like when I lived in Canada, things would be in English and French. But usually in America, things are like English, Spanish. Maybe it's English, Spanish, and French. I don't know. The throne sits empty after the king's assassination. Let me try to read this for you guys. If I can center that. With no heirs, the will of the late king decrees that the next monarch will be elected by the people, and thus begins your fight for the throne. And then we've got that same sentence in English. In French. Optimize for Series X, jot that down. Single player, the best way to play games. 4K Ultra HD, go crazy. Ray tracing, go crazy. It's got violence, it's got blood, it's got language, it's got use of alcohol, it's got mild suggestive themes. Is this a standard Tuesday for me, or is this a game? Because truly, the same could be said for both. What was this tied around? Do y'all have any idea? Do y'all have any recollection? Yes, the map. Where'd the map go? Ah, the map. Should I tie it back up? Should I play with it to make noise? Do, in case you're somebody likes noise more than rambling, I'm going to quietly just use these items to set the scene that I think will make a good thumbnail. And then after that bit of silence, we'll go through this book and I'll come back to yapping, okay? So, a bit of silence here. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip through the book. I'm going to keep this kind of map in the background. It's a nice little background for this, isn't it? Metaphor, ReFantazio, premium art book. It feels good. It feels really well made, well bound. Premium, maybe it could have been hardback, but hey, it is nice nonetheless. God. So we've got sections here. Key visuals, character illustrations, archetypes, weapons, character designs, character portraits, humans, UI design drafts, UI design elements, designs, election posters, and concept art. I don't even know what an election poster is in the game, so it definitely seems like it's going to be touching on potentially spoilery things, but we'll see what we can do here. We've got him sitting in academia with the cat named Plateau, which sounds like Plato if you know anything about Moore's Utopia. And really, there's a lot of interesting references in this game, not all of which I've been wise enough, educated enough to have noticed myself. But some I've noticed, like all the Bosch painting humans and stuff I've noticed, but I'm not like a literature academic kind of guy. So we've got our three main kind of party members and Gallica there. We've got the prince, who I love. They set us up to love him. He just seemed like a nice young man. And sometimes he looks like a nice young pilgrim woman. He's kind of got that Colonel Sanders thing going on as well. That's a really nice noise. Let me bring that noise closer to the mic. The mic's over here. So if you see me bringing things this way, it's for the mic. It's a very sensitive mic, but I forgot to turn the gain up beforehand, so we'll see what I get out of this. Main protagonist. I really like his look. He's well designed. Another Atlas protagonist. Another Atlas protagonist with blue hair. It's been a big year for Atlas protagonists with blue hair. Shin Megami Tensei 5 re-release. Persona 3 re-release. Now this. It's been a big year for recording Atlas games on my channel, starting with Soul Hackers 2, and it's been an even bigger year for blue hair, as myself and these three protagonists have just paraded queerly around with beautiful dark blue hair. One thing, can I complain? Am I allowed to be negative? As a grown adult man who loves being a grown adult man, I don't like that the character that I'm playing as looks like a baby. Like, I get, when he's like standing up, you can tell like that's, a teen, almost adult, right? But his face is giving like literally 4 years old. So not the biggest fan, but seems like a nice kid. Gallica, when I first saw her, she kind of looks like Pixie or a Manzanako, if you know Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like this kind of maybe potentially annoying little fairy pixie character that follows you around. Gallica, both in tone of voice and in personality, has been such a refreshing surprise, where she's been more muted in personality and a bit more just thoughtful and not just naggy, which these are such sexist words, almost like saying shrill, like talking about her voice and saying naggy. But do you know what I mean? How sidekick characters in games can really fall into that. Really pretty art. The like colors on the wings are worth pointing out. It's almost like stained glass. She's got a very little sword. I do not know what she's doing with that. Maybe she could do dental work. Do you think with that little sword she could fly in my mouth and fix my abscessed tooth? And by fixed, I do just mean rip it out. Stroll. He has really, really grown on me. Actually, he didn't need to grow on me. I liked him immediately, but I really like him. Now, I'm going to pull up something on my phone. If you have ever played The Great Ace Attorney, doesn't he look just like Herlock Sholmes? So let me put that there. Actually, let me not open my phone on camera. That feels risky. Actually, let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's go crazy. I can cut something bad out if it comes up. There's my lights. Let's see my last page in Edge. Didn't load because my internet was out earlier today, and I'm going to look up Herlock Sholmes on what Ace Attorney. See if it loads. My Wi-Fi's been out tonight, which is why I'm actually getting this recorded, which is insufferable. So let's go ahead and go on mobile. And even then, it may not work. Okay. This is our dear Herlock Sholmes. You can't tell me that they're just presented to us with the same length of like kind of shaggy-ish white blonde hair and the tan overcoat, and I don't know, I really see it. Similar enough faces. I haven't memorized the races of this game very well yet, so I don't remember exactly the race that he is to have these horns. But he is a nobility. And an orphan. Hulkenberg. I never realized, if I may say, she's a little bit boobed up. Didn't notice it in the game. It's not really accentuated and it's not jiggled out, so that's, appropriate and nice. Quite like her. I like her voice. I like her accent. I like everything about her. Even her big giant wig. This little man, I didn't know he had bat wings. Yo, what the hell? So I've seen little pictures of him, like he's in some of the flashbacks with the prince, like you see him at the prince's side and stuff, but I've not seen him extensively. I didn't realize he's a fucking bat rat. That bangs. Cannot wait to meet him. He fucks. What's his name? Heisme. It says their tribe's right over here. Give me a moment then. She's a Resant, which seems to be like very elven maybe. He's Clemar. Makes sense as an ability. She's a fairy, obviously. I'm an Elda. If you know anything about this game, you know that I am apparently dirt of the dirt. I am the slums. They are so mean to me. They treat me like garb. Whoa. See, she looks like a goldfish in a good way. That's a goldfish. You know Bjork's song, Venus as a boy. This is Goldfish as a girl. The waves in her hair. May I be self-indulgent for a moment and show you something? It's my own art that this reminds me of. Once again, I can be self-indulgent because this is my channel. So give me just the moment. As I pull up an image on mobile data, of which I only have 2 bars in my home, the way her hair is kind of curling and defying gravity a bit there reminds me of some of my old art. And if you see me browsing DeviantArt right now, that's exactly what you think it is. It is me browsing DeviantArt, because that's where I used to upload art. So it reminds me of a couple pictures. This one, where my hair is like defying gravity a bit and kind of just like swaying. And then there's another one with similar kind of hair pattern, hair texture, where in the sand kind of you've got similar but very much less luscious swirls. Thank you for letting me be indulgent of the self. I will now try to focus more on this actual book. This is Yufa. I've not met her, and I'm actually characters I've not met yet, I'm not gonna linger on too much because I kind of want to take them in when the game gives them to me. We'll flip through the book, but this is a dude that looks really fine, can't look too long. Oh, Grius. We know him quite well in the game. My dear Grius. My dear, dear Grius. He's fine as fuck. He's also dead. Dead as fuck, but great guy. Hot on the inside, hot on the outside, cream on the inside, clean on the outside. I don't know what to tell you. We've got this dude, Nuras, who's got wings. He's an Ishkia. They've not told me about Ishkia yet in the game, but I have encountered a few people with wings. More is the gentle, platonic love of my life. What if he ends up being the bad guy, I'll kill myself. He seems so kind. He's got this beautiful cat. Luis. There's a lot of things I can say about Luis, good and bad. But one of the things I think is most universally true is how beautiful this man is. God damn, boy. They made a pretty man and he's pretty evil. But also, he maybe isn't that evil. Like, what if he killed, like, a bad king? You know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh, he's bad, he killed the king. What if the king was bad? Like, Hitler to some, this is crazy topic jump, was to some a sort of king, but he was bad. So I don't know, weird topic. Okay, so we've got some of the archetypes. Oh, there weren't too many characters. Okay, so maybe we're not spoiling too much. Also, let me make the sound of me flipping these pages. Also, wait a minute, you know who they didn't show us? They definitely cut some characters out. There's this archmage in the game. He's a dark man with dark features and his chest out. He dresses like a slutty Libra, and I really like it. Well, I really don't like him, he's evil, but I really like looking at him. So we have the Seeker archetype, we've got the Warrior, the Knight, and that's all. They really are not spoiling things with this book. I hope they release a bigger book at some point for me. Some weapons, we've got a sword, we've got this like fan, we've got a semaphore, which I don't know what that is, we've got knuckles, the echidna, we've got mace, we've got a crossbow, daggers, we've got an abacus. I studied Mandarin Chinese for 6 years. Great sword. My Mandarin Chinese teacher, Jeannie White from Quantico Middle High School, those are great schools, by the way. Jeannie White changed my life. I love her so much. She was quicker on an abacus than we were on a calculator. And that's not just words. She had us pull out a calculator and she said, test me. And we did it and she won. So jot that down. Protagonist. I do like all the characters in the game. Maybe they do it here. Yeah, you see them with their like arms up. It's like that drawing of the man in the circle with the arm up, and I'm sorry I don't know the name of it. And it's so pretty, and it's so just artsy to me, and it makes me feel like a smart boy. It's very beautiful. He looks a little bit less like no, he still looks like a baby. I like this one, where he's glowing. I don't know what that glowing means. We've not explored it much in the game, though I have seen it in the game. Gallica, more of her. I love like these sketch arts that a lot of these books do. I don't know why, like sketching is kind of just like one of my favorite art styles. I know there's a lot of styles within sketch, but I just love rough sketches. I don't know. Oh, I like these really emotive sketches too. Pretty boy's got feelings, doesn't he? I feel like people often forget pretty boys have feelings too. Hulkenberg. Pretty girls also have feelings, though her? Oh, wow. Graceful. Wow, she would not know who you are because she is not a graceless lady. She is graceful. Heisman, I cannot wait to meet this bat rat. He makes me so excited. I had no idea that he was a bat with his little wing up. Come on. He's so cute. Oh my God, look at his little mouth. And I usually hate a rat. I hate a rat, but he's like a bunny bat. It's like they took all the rattiness out of a bat and replaced it with bunny, but all the parts of the bat that were more bat than they were rat are still bat. Oh my God. I'm obsessed with him. Aww. God. What a guy. look at, they even got toe shots, toe cam. Juna, our goldfish. I wonder, so is she like a party member? Seems like it's showing us party members. Again, I won't ruin things for myself, but Yufa, she's beautiful as well. Oh! There's a stripe in the game. Probably it says it on her name back here. A Mustari, yes. The Mustari. I recognize her as one right now because I've met a few people in the game that are Mustari, but they all wear these things on their heads. Look at those hands. Don't look too close at those hands. I am a 30-year-old man and I've got 30-year-old man hands. Also, look, this one, a normal hand. It's got hair in normal spots. This one, it's got a bald spot on the side, and I don't know where it comes from, and it just is constantly bald there. But all the Mustari that I've met have worn these helmets that cover their faces entirely, and one of them was telling me about the culture. I was raising my tolerance by talking to people about their cultures. Once again, woke. And he was telling me that they wear these helmets, but they do have a third eye, but it's not for seeing, it's for other purposes. So seeing a third eye on her, she kind of gives Zelda Twilight Princess concept art in that one. Though the third eye on her is very like Tears of the Kingdom concept art, but very pretty. Basilio. We didn't really look at him the first time, and I'm once again not really gonna look at him because I want to really lose my mind when I meet him in the game for the first time. Oi, Chris. Wow, look at that one. What a dude. It's like, do I want you to be my husband or do I want you to be my dad? And what does it say about me that I have to ask that question? Do you know what I mean? And I don't want you to be my dad because my dad's perfect, but if I didn't have my dad as my dad, you'd be next in line. Oh my God. The art's so cool on these. Norris. He seems like a freak. He's giving a little bit of Dr. Eggman Robotnik in some of these. More just seems like grace personified. Luis. Beautiful and cunty. We've got the prince, who doesn't seem, at least not in this book, to have a name. I wonder if he truly doesn't have it, like, get a name in the game, or if it's like a spoiler or something. This is who I was talking about, the Archmage. Zorba. You know what, I'm glad he's got a stupid name, because he's a bad guy. We've got Fidelio, Norris, Maria's Grace's daughter. Fabienne, I believe, his wife. Or at least partner and mother to Maria. And when Grias died, spoiler alert, saying spoiler alert after the spoiler probably doesn't help, but quite sad. Got Rella Moore. Glodell is interesting. Looks like a Vegas elf. Katharina, who seems like based on whoa. Godot. Forden. I like Forden a lot. He's a good guy. Hythalius the Fifth. Beautiful. That's a pretty crown. Catherine seems to be based on Catherine from the game Catherine, also published by Atlas. Alonso. I'm glad to see him in this book because that indicates to me, whoa, handsome, that he will be an important character. I've seen him out and about in Grand Trad in the major city. And I've just found him to be so beautiful. Wait a minute. Alonso? His mother, this old woman in the game, called him Cuculus to me. And I remember that very vividly because I read it as Cuculus and I really laughed to myself. Oh my god, who is Lena? Who is Lena? We won't spend too much time on these beautiful, interesting, quirky people, because many of them we don't really know well yet, and I'm not looking to spoil myself. Loveless is her name, and she's beautiful. Oh my god, we've got a lot to look forward to in this game, and I'm sure this isn't even all of it. A few of the humans. We have fought that one. Again, I know these to be based on Bosch paintings. Homo Gorlio, Great Worm Homo Butera. I don't know if I've met him yet. Homo Avades. UI design drafts. They do put a lot of effort and attention into the... Whoa, is that a girl protagonist? That's interesting. God, these are so pretty. Homotenta, the teeth, the pins we got are called homotenta. And you can see the main character, the protagonist, kind of like finding one in the ground, because they often are buried in the ground, and then they pop out. We got ochre homotenta, which he's quite a grumpy one. The azure homotenta. So these are what all the different pins are. Platinum, golden homotenta, resonant vessel. That's what they pull out of their chest when they summon archetypes. Money design, protagonist novel design. I was wondering if this book had a name in the game. I was trying to Google around, and it didn't seem to, or at least not that we know of yet. Protagonist novel. We've got these different coins. Election posters. So these must all be people that are running for election. Oh no, okay. We won't look too much because it's like gonna spoil it for me, but there they are. Concept art. I believe that is the church, correct? Am I wrong? Oh, well, I've never seen some of this areas. And then there's that map. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I am, though, after I say goodbye, going to put this back in with the homotenta pins, which involves going through this box again. So I'm going to once again be quiet. I'm going to say goodbye, and then keep recording as you can hear the sounds of me quietly rummaging these again. So for now, if you watch this, thank you for watching it. When I do these videos, it's more about the soft-spoken than it is for now, but maybe I should balance them a bit better. If you watch these, feel free to comment and let me know. I won't be offended. I won't be offended if you say yap a little less. I will never yap 0. I will always yap a bit though, so do be aware of that. I've also got to roll this back up, but for now, hey, have a good one. Go play this game. Let me know what you think about it, and if you don't want to play it, watch me play it on my channel. We're having a good old time, and enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself and those around you. All right, I'm done yapping. Gonna put this up and close this out.